Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey, we are proud students by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy benefits of a live classroom, comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
was very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later from our college, I get to know about XLR and I enrolled in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they not only focusing on study, they are also conducting different exam to test our knowledge, and as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped, so I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Because he's teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came from for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, XLR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge.
Good evening, dear students. I hope my voice is audible and clear. I just need some confirmation in the chat. Is my voice audible to everyone? Students, I need a quick response. Please let me know, is my voice audible? Okay, yeah, I'm getting so many responses. Thank you so much for responding. So dear students, as today the trainer has some issue, he'll be joining in few more minutes. Okay, till that, I will I will let you know the upcoming program which we are starting from Monday. Okay, so sorry for the inconvenience. Trainer is facing some issues, so is not able to join on the time. So he will join in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so before I am telling the about the previous the next upcoming session, I just wanted to know. So this many days, Umar sir has took the classes, Project Excellence on FSD, Full Stack Development. So I just want to know the feedback. I mean, how the trainer, I mean, how you, the class, how it was, and how the topic was helpful for your eh, studies. So the chat is open. You can give some a quick response. How did you felt the class of all this 8 days? So as we are in ninth day, so I just wanted to know how the all complete 8 days was done. Can you please type it? I mean, you can just text in a chat. I'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes. I'll see the responses. Yeah, students, kindly respond, kindly text in a chat box. I hope you all understood. I just wanted to know how the full stack development of all these 8 days, how was the session? Yeah, Aditya, you have raised your hand. Please tell me. You can just chat in the chat box. Okay, I got one response in YouTube. All sessions are okay, excellent, value added, and informative. It is very useful to us. Thank you, Thomas, sir, and Excella. Thank you so much, Sashi. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. The others, those who are in Zoom, okay, fine. So as I told, we are starting with a new program. So that is on 15th September, which is upcoming Monday. So the program is programming with Python. Okay. So if you are interested, I'll just share you the registration link on a chat. So it is also a 30 hours. It's a student development program on programming with Python. Okay, so it will be the same session as it is. It will like 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It is for 15 days and 30 hours. If you are interested in the topic, you can register and you can start attending after the completion of this program. Also, you can start attending that particular program. That is programming with Python, which we are starting from 15th September. And it will be also the same free program. There is no any paid or commercial. If you are interested, you can register. And one more thing, students, as we have a WhatsApp, like a YouTube channel, like the XLR YouTube channel, like whatever the classes is going to be coming upcoming or anything updates, you will get notified if you are subscribed to that YouTube channel. Okay, so for further any upcoming programs or anything, if you wanted to know about the XLR, you will get a notification from the channel. So I'll be sharing the YouTube channel link on the chat. You can click on the link and join. Okay, so whatever update will be there, you will get all kind of updates. I'm just sharing it. Yeah, the registration link I have shared it in the chat. If you guys are interested, you can click on that registration link and start registering. Yeah, Shubham, is there any lecture on machine learning today? Yeah. So today we are starting with ML, that is machine learning. So as I told, the trainer has not joined yet. He is going to join in few minutes. For definitely he will take a session. All the sessions were interesting and very useful for us. Thank you for XLR for giving this opportunity. You're most welcome, Deepti. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. Okay, Bushra, I am EEE student, so I could not understand the topic which sir have done. Uh, okay, so I don't know the Spring Boot concept topic. So whatever the sir has been explained, it may have not there in your like the top it may not there in your syllabus, but for definitely for the upcoming if you go for any interview or for anything, if you go and take some exams or something, if they ask the question, automatically you will remember that that sir has taught you, right? So it is not only for your whatever is there in your syllabus, it is just for the knowledge purpose which the programs are running. Okay, so if you have not understand, I request please go and watch the videos repeatedly, so I will definitely you will get understand. Okay, as I told, I have shared the YouTube channel link. Kindly click on that link and subscribe to our channel. If anything, if any upcoming classes, you will get notified. Okay, ma'am, thank you. Okay, ma'am. There is a message from Pooja. Ma'am, please tell me how can I access that recording lecture again, ma'am? Yeah, so Pooja, like I hope you have got the LMS access. So from there you have to view all the recordings and materials which is already uploaded. The recordings is already uploaded. If you have not got the LMS access, I request kindly drop a mail to edl@xlr.com, so we will give you the access. We'll check and give you the access. edl@xlr.com. Any other questions or anything, students? If anything wants to ask, I'll be there to help you out. You can just ask me. Not related to topic. I'm not a trainer. So I request you all not to ask up related to topic. You can just ask about any XLR or about LMS dashboard on anything. Okay, I hope I have answered to all the questions. So here we do have a trainer. Sir, good evening, sir. Shahid sir, is I'm audible? Yes, sir. I have give you the course access. You can unmute yourself now.
Okay. Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. We are pleasure to welcome you for the day 9th of Project Excellence on machine learning. So you can start the session, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And I'm really sorry that I was stuck in traffic. So that's why I was late. Okay. So now we can start the session, and let me share the screen. Okay. Just give me a minute. Yeah, just give me a minute. Yeah, please confirm, ma'am, whether it is my screen is visible and I'm audible clearly.
Yeah, yes, sir. You're clear and also screen is visible now.
Yeah, okay. So today we are going to start a machine learning part. And first, let's look about the agenda, day-wise agenda, that what we are going to cover in these 7 days. I hope this machine learning will go for 7 days, ma'am.
Yes, sir. For 7 days.
Yes, yes, yes. At the first day that is today, we are going to cover introduction to machine learning, and we will install all the required softwares and Python programming language and different Python libraries. Okay, and the date tomorrow, I think the day two will be tomorrow, and then day three will be on Monday. So Saturday, Sunday we have off, and day three will be Monday, and day seven I think we are going to cover by Friday, the next Friday. So tomorrow we are going to cover data processing, data pre-processing, and feature engineering. That is very important. Before going to do any type of the machine learning modeling, we have to understand about data pre-processing and feature engineering. So tomorrow we will try to understand these things. And in this, there are many different types of the data cleaning, data pre-processing, data pre-presence we are going to do, and we will talk about the different approach to deal with features. And day three we are going to cover supervised machine learning, and we will take regression, and we will try to implement using Python also. And in each day, today something a little bit theoretical approach we will have to understand what is actually machine learning and how machine learning works. Okay, and software, all the things we will try to install and all these things. And from tomorrow, we will have some theoretical type, and we are going to implement using Python programming language. So in supervised learning, we will see about regression, and day four we will talk about the classification. So for the supervised learning, I have allotted 2 days because this will have different types of the algorithms we have to cover. And then day 5, we are going to improve. We will see that how different types of the hyperparameter tuning and different types of the validation techniques to improve our model for the supervised machine learning. And then day 6, we will try to cover different types of algorithm for the unsupervised learning. And day 7, we will create a full project using Flask, and we will try to deploy on some extra like third-party website like Render and any other. Okay, so we'll see front end and back end and everything in the capstone project. We will deploy the model. So yeah, so let's start. And meanwhile, okay. So let me see. Okay, it works. So first, let's understand that what we are going to cover today. That is the topic that we are going to understand, the machine learning, how actually machine learning works. And we will see today we have these things. First, we'll try to understand ML basics, that we will cover what is machine learning, supervised and supervised type learning, and we will also see something related to reinforcement learning. So these three different types of the machine learnings are there, and we will try to theoretically build a model from scratch. Okay, and then we'll move to setup, like we'll install Python, Jupyter Notebook, and different Python libraries. And if required any other, so we'll try to, and we will see that what different things we can do. So we'll try to load a data set and explore the data set. So let's move to the ML basics. So it's very easy that if you already have gone through that what is machine learning and you have gone through, so it may be little bit weird for you that how we are going to think about what is machine learning. But let's give me an analogy that how we human learn and how machine learning learns. So we are trying the scientists or the machine learning researchers, computer science researchers, trying to create a machine like our machine that we have, laptop, desktop, and any machine that has softwares and some intelligence. Okay, so we are trying to create machines do the work that what we human can do. We human can solve the problems, we human can think, we human can understand natural language processing, we can speak natural language, we can understand natural language, and different types of the tasks we can perform. So if the machine can, if the machine can do similar tasks, so we are going to say that machine is learning. So whatever we are talking about machines, if machine is learning, we are talking about like a human, like we human learn from the experience. Like we, if anyone who is let's say from the countryside, who haven't seen the plane or who haven't seen any time metro, he haven't visited metro cities, so he can't say that this is the metro train or this is the plane, and if have never seen. And if we show some images or some real life examples that this is the plane and this is the metro train, these are the things, so he can learn, he or she can learn from the experience. So whatever the experience, human has the human learns from the experience, and on the basis of the experience human can make decision, make predictions, and make different things. Okay, so likewise, we machine learning researchers or the machine learning scientists try to make machine learns from the experience. Here, experience, we human have experience, and for the machine learning, for the machines, the experience is our data set. So machine is going to learn from the data. Machine is going to going to have some how the data set looks, what are the different patterns inside the data, what will be the how the machine is going to learn from the data, we will look into. So we have analogy, machine is there and we humans are there. So machine is learning from the data and we human are learning from the past experience. So past experience is same as the data for the machine learning, for the machines that machine learns. So let's, sorry, I'm sorry. So see here, let's say that a human who have not seen any time this object. Okay, so what will be, what is this object? So first show the object to that human, then again so that if same type, similar type of the object, if I'm going to show that human, so he or she can recognize that object. Okay, so in this example, what we have taken, this car. Okay, so we are going to show this object, and we have different you can see here the car is there and labeled data, and we have bikes, two different types of the data that we have shown this human. Okay, so he can recognize this as an object, that this is a car, because he already have seen similar type of the object. So he can recognize, he or she can recognize this is a car. If we are going to show some bike, he can recognize this is a bike. But let's say that this human has only seen car and bikes. So if you are going to show a bus, he will not be able to recognize that is a bus. Okay, so he may say that this bus is a car. Okay, because four wheels and other things will be there, and so he or she can recognize that bus as a car. Okay, so whatever the past experience, we human go with the past experience, whatever we have recognized the object, whatever the object we have seen, those only we can recognize. If any new object we are given, so we can't recognize properly, we can resemble that this is related to this object, so we can say somehow this is looking like that object, but we can't recognize actually what that object is. Okay, let's say that this person is living in a jungle, and he or she has never seen about these cars, bus, train, and other things, and we are going to ask what is this object. Okay, so he can't recognize this object. Like with a machine, take the machine analogy. If machine has not trained for that data, so the machine cannot recognize, cannot classify, machine cannot find any pattern on that data. So first we have to show the machine data. What showing means here, we are showing the object to the human, and in the machine learning, we are going to train the machine on the data set. Okay, so in this way, see here, this human cannot recognize because he has seen always the animals and other things. So he can recognize these objects. This is elephant and this is these. What are the objects and what are different animals are? But he will not be recognize. He will not be. He will not recognize this object because this human has no experience with this thing. Okay, so same way, the machine, if machine is not trained on particular data, the machine cannot find any pattern in that data, any recognition. Machine cannot recognize the object or this thing. So first, what is that? So let me, okay, what is that? He is a human, he can observe and learn. The main thing is that if we are going to show something, we are going to give some experience, we are going to show some object. So human, as a human, we have intelligence. We can observe, we can learn. Like where we are, if we can enable machines to learn something new, so that we are going to say machine is learning. Okay, so we can make an analogy between human and machine, that human has intelligence and human can observe, human can think, and human can learn from the past experience. Here we have data, we are going to learn different things. So what is that? So try to make analogy that here, this is machine, it has a brain. Okay, machine has intelligence, machine has algorithm, machine has processing power, machine has different things. Okay, so machine, like a human, we are going to show different objects. Okay, so for the machine we are going to train the machine with different data. Okay, so earlier this human is not like, it doesn't have any experience with these type of the objects. So we are going to show these objects to the human, and after that I'm going to say that this is car, this is car, and this is bike. Okay, so this human can learn because human has intelligence and has reasoning power. Okay, so it human can learn, he can learn that these are the cars. And in near future, after these things, after training, after the experience, if we are going to ask something that related, that resembles like a car, so he will be able to recognize that it is a car. And if you are going to show some object that is similar like a bike, so he will be able to recognize that is a bike. Same way, so these things, whatever the data here, data with the labels, we will understand that what are the labels. Okay, these are the data, and whatever the labels are that we are going to say, whatever these things are, means actually the class are the labels we are going to say as a labels. Okay, so in machine learning, and when we talk about the supervised machine learning, so these are very important, that we have data, and along with the data we have the labels, that what actually that is. Okay, so we are going to train, these will be the past experience for human, and these will be the data set, data for the machine learning. So let's say that this is what, sorry, now human learn these things, human already, this person already know these things what these are, and now he learn from the experience that these type of the objects that has four wheels and other things are cars, and having two wheels, and the structure, if the size is like this, and other features, we will see that what different features and what will be the different feature in the data side, data set, and what different features we are going to have the data here in the object. So like this, the human learn these things. Now if you are going to ask that what is this, what is this object, he will be able to recognize, okay, that this is a car. So we are going to say that machine, machine, machine. So what does the machine means? So what is the difference between the human and machine? So human can make decisions on their own, but machine can't make the decision on their own. Machine follow the instruction. We have to provide some instructions, whatever the, like human, just human, let's say that that person from the jungle came to the city, he can observe without any external like instructions and instruction or any guide from the external person. He can observe, he has intelligence, so he can recognize different things in the city, different objects in the city, and he can learn from the experience from the whatever he is interacting with the environment, with the roads, different objects, he can learn something. But machine directly can't learn. So we need some instruction. We need instruction for the machine to learn something. Okay, so that what we can say. What different things, if you are going to give the machine what different type of the task machine can do, but still make this point that is still this whatever this machine is going to perform, like arithmetic operations or different calculation and different things, still this is not a machine learning. These are the just tasks that we have performed, that we have given to the machine, and that machine is going to perform some task. Okay, so on the basis of the instruction, machine is going to perform some task. So this will not come under the machine learning. We will talk about how machine learns and what different things machine learning will be. Okay, so all these things like different arithmetic operations, multiplication, and these things will go just simple algorithms that machine is following some instructions, some algorithm, and machine is going to perform some task. Machine can do different things. Machine can print, machine can plot chart and different things. Machine can do a lot of tasks. Okay, but still we are not going to say these things as the machine learning. These things will not come under the machine learning. Machine is just following the instructions. Whatever the instruction is given, the printer will print. Okay, so this will not come into the machine learning. So actually, what is machine learning? So as I earlier said that if machine can do any task like human, if machine can perform some task, machine can understand natural language, machine can speak natural language. Okay, machine can classify some objects. Machine can understand. If machine can, if machine has let's say vision. Okay, human has vision. Machine, if machine can have vision, so we are going to say machine is intelligent and machine is learning from the data. Okay, but we have to understand how actually machine learns. So this is just an example of the object identification, because human from the beginning, from the infant, from the childhood, human is like observing. Is observing different types of the objects, and with the experience, human is learning from the interacting and observing the objects. Okay, like we are going to make the machine to interact with different objects and different environments. Okay, so if I'm going to say that if machine can understand this object, machine can predict the price. Okay, so if machine is able, so someone raised hand. What is okay, if you have any doubt, you can put in the chat. I will look into that once. One module I will complete. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can put in the chat, and I will look the chat once I will complete one module. Okay. So it may take like half an hour to complete this introduction. Then we'll move to we'll create a model, machine learning model, to recognize an object from the scratch. Then what different types of the data type data set you are going to put here, and how you are going to select the features for the object, and how you are going to make machine learn. Okay. So this is machine. Machine is now, let's say we are going to have machine. Machine may be your laptop. Machine may be your desktop. Machine may be a robot. Machine may be any different machine. There are different types of the machines. Okay. So this machine, that something related, something this one resembles like a robot. Okay. But talk about, let's just say this is your any hardware. Okay, any hardware type, you have things, and in that hardware you have softwares, and you have different, whatever the different operating systems and different things are there that we need to process the instructions. Okay, so if this machine learns, if I'm going to say this machine is so intelligent, if machine is intelligent and machine is learning something, so it will be able to predict price on the basis of the past data, on the basis of past experience. We have trained this, and machine is going to predict. Okay, so one task for the machine that we are going to enable machine for the prediction. That is, machine, if machine is going to predict something or not on the basis of the past data. Machine can learn different things. Machine is going to learn here. Let's say that we have car different, whatever the car prices for the last 20 years, last 50 years, you are going to feed, you are going to train the machine with the price data. Okay, now the machine can predict what will be the price in December 2025. Okay, on the basis of the past data. So one task that machine can perform, that is the prediction, or the this will come under the that regression type of the task. Okay. What other thing machine can do? Other is like a human, like we human can understand natural language. So if the machine or any hardware software combination can understand the human language, or can do some like here, this machine is able to make grammar checking. Okay, so here someone has written, I made him yesterday. Okay, now this machine is trained on different data set on the English language. Okay, so machine is going to predict, are going to correct this grammar, that it is not I met him yesterday, but it should be I met him yesterday. Okay, on basis of the training, on the basis of the past experience. Like we human learn different different language, natural language, and we can understand what is the grammar and how, what is the best way to speak. Okay, here you can make one important thing, that we let's say in India, in Hyderabad, that someone's mother tongue is let's say Telugu. Okay, and that person is illiterate. He never went to the school, never went for any type of the learning, but still with the interaction with different persons in the family and in the society, he is able to understand Telugu language, and he or she can speak properly. Okay, even he or she doesn't know anything about the grammar. Okay, with the experience, he is learning Telugu or the English or Hindi, if that is the mother tongue, mother language. Okay, so with the experience, whatever we are interacting in the society, in the environment, that is the important thing. And like with the machines can understand, machine can have like can be trained on the data, like we human can learn without going into the grammar and other things. Machine can learn different things from the data, directly from the raw data. So other task is what? Natural language understanding. Other task is what? Natural language understanding. Natural language understanding or natural language processing, different fields will be there. Okay, so other thing is that we human recognize human faces. These are the different applications or different case studies that what machine learning is doing. Okay, how can we say that this is the task, that if machine is performing this task, So we are going to say that machine is learning something and machine has intelligence. Okay, basically whatever we are going to do in the machine learning, different types of the techniques, different type of the algorithm we are training, different types of the machine learning approaches are there. We are going to use these techniques to make our machine intelligent. Okay, so this thing, the whatever the machine learning will come under the artificial intelligence, and machine learning will be a type of a technique basically that enables machine to be intelligent. Okay, but how, like we human, we are learning something, we are having intelligence, and we are increasing our intelligence with the past experiences. Machine, we are going to make machine learn from the experience, and here the experience is our data set. Okay, so other is like we human can recognize the faces, we human can recognize our family members, we can recognize someone who met first time, and if we are going to meet in near future, next time we can recognize that this person is this. So this way the machine can have some vision. Okay, so all the things, that vision will go here. Let's say that this is the understanding, natural language understanding. So if any was interested in natural language processing and understanding, so that field will be natural language processing, NLP. So this is the other way that there are different approaches, there are different techniques. We have deep learning, and nowadays we have the generative AI, and that in natural language understanding, we have achieved like a views success. The other thing is that the thing that we human has vision. Okay, like we human can recognize, we can see, we can do a lot of things using the vision, our vision. Machine can have visions. Okay, so machine will be able to understand, machine will be able to recognize the faces, machine will be able to recognize the images, what are different things, what are different objects in the images, what different things, a lot of things that has gone with the generative AI and LLMs. Okay, we are not going right now in those things, but just we are trying to understand if there is a case of machine learning. So what different cases are there, what different approaches or what different applications of the machine learning is. Okay, so here machine is able to recognize. So let's move to the next. Yeah. Like for the human, we have provided some experience. Okay, so for the machine, we are going to provide some experience. That will be our data set. Sorry for this, where it is. So this is, you can see here, this is machine. Still we are not going into algorithm. We have to deal with the algorithm. Don't confuse here. This machine is basically hardware and software combination. Okay, maybe anything, maybe robot, maybe your laptop. So let's say, let's take this is the laptop. Okay, or the your computer system, and we have to train this machine. We have to train this machine with this data set, all the data sets, the different types of the objects we have. Okay, so this for a human, for us, these things will be as an experience that we are going to interact with these objects, and for the machines, this will be our data set. And when we are going to say, so one important thing is that training is there. Okay, one important concept is training. When we are dealing machine learning and other things, so training is there, training phase will be there, and later on we'll understand test. Okay, how we are going to test our machine, that whether whatever we have trained, whether machine has learned properly or not. So we are going to perform a test. So whatever we are giving the machine to learn, whatever the data, whatever the objects we are providing machines to learn, we are going to say these things as the training data set. Okay. In the data, there may be two different types of the things that we are going to store these three objects only, and this not this object. Okay. So while this machine has learned from these three objects, I'm going to test that whether that machine is going to predict that what is this or not. Okay. So we will show different things and we will hide some part and for the testing, and we will take that hidden things for the testing purpose. Okay, that whether machine has learned, that is machine has properly learned. So so what is that? Okay, let's move. Sorry. So here I'm again saying here that this is just machine. Okay, and this is data. Only machine and data is not enough to train this machine. Okay, we need some mechanism, we need some instructions, we need some algorithm so that machine is going to learn something. Okay, so here comes the picture. The algorithms come into the picture, and basically the algorithm along with the different the steps instructions that machine is going to learn. Okay, so this is your hardware software system, this is your data set, and this data set you are going to train for this machine using the algorithm. You are going to train the algorithm. Algorithm will learn something. This algorithm will learn something, and who is the host, where you are going to train, where you are going to train all these things, where we are going to perform all the calculations or the execution on this machine. Okay, so basically this machine will be the host to do all these training. Okay, so now machine, the here you can see this machine is only the provider, the service provider, where you are going to train this algorithm on the data, on this type of the data. Okay, so when you decided that which type of the instructions, what the algorithm will be, so this algorithm, whenever you have given data, not only this type of the data, different types of the data we will learn, we will see what different types of the data you have. Okay, so keep in mind, this is very important. The algorithm is very important. Okay, let me write somewhere. This will be the algorithm along with some instructions. Okay. Now algorithm along with the data set, you are going to train this algorithm on where machine. Okay, the machine is your host. Okay, so this algorithm is going to find some pattern. Okay, it's going to identify some rules, whether there is some rule in this data or not. How? Let's say here this algorithm will be able to identify that if that object has four wheels. Okay, if object has four wheels, either the object has two wheels. Okay, so different things. What will be the what will be the characteristic, different characteristics? Okay, what will be the size, what will be the height, what will be the like say the volume of the object? Okay, so different rules, it can identify different things. This algorithm can identify using your data set on the machine. Okay, it can find, this algorithm also can understand using your data set, in data set, some pattern. Okay, different types of the patterns when we learn about the regression and classification and different others, clustering algorithms and different other algorithms. Okay, so we'll see that what different types of the pattern this algorithm is going to learn from the data. Okay, so this is just for the representation. This your data set will be very huge. Your data set will have millions of the data points. Okay, billions of the data points will be very huge, and your algorithm is going to learn some pattern. Okay, whether whether there are some relationship between the variables, the different relationship with the features. Okay, so all these things, what will be the feature a data set will have. So one by one, we will try to understand. Okay, so don't confuse here now. We have algorithm, and algorithm is going to learn in the data set. Okay, like we human learn with the like with our observation and with our interaction with the different with different environments in the object in the different objects in the environment. Okay, so it can find some pattern, it can find some relationship. Okay, so that if two wheels are there, then it may be a bike. If four wheels are there, then it may be that thing, any other part. So this type of the relationship we can identify. Okay, so when see this thing, we have algorithm, this algorithm, we have data set, we already have written here data set, we have algorithm. Now this all the things, while the training, machine is going to identify some pattern, machine is going to identify some relationship, machine is going to identify some rules. Okay, so all these things while training, machine is going to learn. Okay, when machine has learned, that will become machine. This algorithm has learned all these rules or the pattern or the other things. Okay, relationship between your data points. Okay, so this will become your model. Okay, algorithm we have, you have algorithm. So let me write somewhere here. You have data set, you have data, use data, you have your algorithm. Okay, so different types of the algorithm we have if for the different tasks. Okay, for the classification of the objects, for the classification of the images, for the classification of your data set, you may have different types of the object, different types of the algorithm. Okay, and for the regression related, for the clustering related task, so it will depend which type of the task you are going to perform. So you are going to find a suitable algorithm. Okay, so there are different types of algorithm, we will deal all these things. So algorithm will be trained on this data. So while training, it will learn patterns, it will learn the rules, it will learn some other things. There are the different things it will learn, means while training the learning process will go. Okay, and when it learned, so this algorithm will be your model. Okay, so you can say directly a trained algorithm or learned algorithm is your model. Okay, so now you have model, you have trained model. Okay, now you can use this model here, you can use this model to predict, to classify, to do different tasks that it has learned, and whatever for the different task you use this algorithm. Okay, so you have to choose a task, problem definition, what type of the task you are going to perform. Suitable algorithm you have to train on the data set. Now your data set is, now your algorithm is trained on the data set. Now you get the model. Okay, now you get the model. Now your model is able to perform that particular task for that you have trained. Okay, so in summary, what you can say, you can say here, so first what you have to do when you are going to perform any machine learning task or any machine learning algorithm, so just find the appropriate data set. That is, data set is very important. Okay, without data set, without data, there is no machine learning. Okay, we have a statistical approach, but that will not come under the machine learning part, because when we have training, when we are going to train our model algorithms on the data, that is the main part of the machine learning, while the machine is algorithm is going to learn. Okay, so you have to find out algorithm, that is the main part, find out the data set, that is main thing. That it will depend on your, it will depend on your what, use case, what type of the task you are going to perform, what type of the problem you are going to solve. Okay. So other thing you have here your data, a data set. Here you have your algorithm, and you are going to perform computation here. That thus refers you are going to perform your training here. Okay, so this will be your training. You are going to train. So up to here now, after training and these things, don't confuse here. This is just your machine. Okay, just your hardware and software combination. This machine is nothing but your hardware and software combination. On this machine you are going to do all your tasks, all your computation, all your training, all the things that you are doing, whatever we are going to we will see later on in this session that whatever we are doing, we are installing some software, we are running the program, we are executing Python programs. Okay, so all the things you are doing on your machine, some machine. Okay, so this is just the machine, and you have your data set, and you have algorithm, and this algorithm is now trained, and it is going to find some patterns, some rules, some relationship between your data. Okay, so it will find some pattern from your data so that it can recognize new thing. Okay, so here we have taken an example of the classification, that it's going to classify object, that whether this object or that object. Okay, so what different types of the learning is there? So up to what we have learned, up to this what we have learned that for the machine learning, what we need, the most important, we need a huge data, that is generally we call data set. Okay, and then whatever the different task you have, let's say you are going to classify, you have a problem to classify emails. You have to classify emails in different category. So let's say we are going to take only two category, not this third one. We are going to take that our email is spam or not spam. Okay, our email is spam or not spam, or that spam or legitimate. Okay, so we human have intelligence, we have gone through different things, we can recognize that okay, if whether this email is a spam or not spam. Okay, we are going to read the email, all the content of the email we can see who is the sender, we can see what is the subject, what is the body in the email. Okay, we can do different things, we can read the content, and we can recognize that whether we can classify the email that whether this is spam email or not. Okay, likewise the machine the machine is going to classify, let's that if we want to classify okay this type of the email, and when we want to create an algorithm or the model that will be capable to classify new emails okay into spam or not spam. So what we need some instruction or the algorithm. Okay, this is basically what these are the stepwise instructions to learn something. Okay, this algorithm, and for different type of the task, for the classification there are different algorithms. For the for prediction, for the regression and prediction, there are different types of the algorithms designed by different machine learning experts and scientists, and there are different statistical algorithms are there that we are going to use to train on the data. Okay, so this will be how we human can recognize that this is spam or not spam, because of the past experience. Similar type of the emails we got earlier, and we recognize that this is spam, this is a spam email, we are not going to do anything with that email. Like we have to make this algorithm to experience some data, some spam data and some not spam emails. Okay, so in this data set, we will have some emails with spam and not spam classification. That we will have emails and we will classify that, okay, this email is spam and this email is not spam, so that machine can learn from the content of the email, that whether this type of the content is there, so it will be spam, and this type of the content is there, so it will be not spam. Okay, so algorithm and the training will be there. So okay, we are giving different types of the emails. Some emails are spam, some email are not spam. Okay, so training phase will be there and you will get the model. Okay, so on the basis of learning, how machine is learning, so there is a way that we can categorize on the basis of the data set. One, on the basis of the data set, supervised and unsupervised, means we are going to, and for the attendance, okay, so we will check that different this approach. Okay, that what will be the supervised and what will be unsupervised and what will be reinforcement learning. So these three different types of these are the main paradigms or the main techniques of the machine learning, but there are different others. Okay, but for now we have to understand supervised and unsupervised in detail, and somehow we will go to the reinforcement learning, just the basic to understand what is this reinforcement learning is. Okay, so let's move to the supervised learning and then we'll move to the unsupervised learning, and finally we'll see the reinforcement learning. Okay, so if I'm going to have data set something like that, okay, what is this data, what is this data, what is this data, and I'm going to give the name of data also. I'm going to give the labels, that this is basically true, this is basically a car, this is basically a car, this is a bike, this is a bike. Okay, you may have different types of the data, you may have something like that. Okay, you have data, you will experience something like that, you have different types of so anyone who have any doubt, okay, so he or she can put the message in the message in the chat. Okay, his her doubt in the chat. Okay, you may have something here like, let's say 3 4 5, something like some data here, some data here, some data here, some data points. Okay, and finally you have that what data, what the label or what the name of this data, what the labels. Okay, so let's say this belongs to let's say we have a data diabetic or not diabetic. Okay, so I'm going to say all the data whatever we have that is related to diabetic class, and this data we have whatever we have not diabetic. Okay, so basically we have, let's say, data set related to the diabetic person this disease, and we have some classification that whether this whole data is belonging to not diabetic or diabetic. This data is belonging to diabetic and not diabetic. Okay, so let's say diabetic. Okay, so if we have this type of the data, that we have here data points and the labels of that data. Okay, labels of that data. This is your example or the observation, you can say. Okay, this is data point. Observation, example are the data points. Okay, so you have data points, and this data points basically contains one column here that says that what actually this is. If this person is diabetic or not, this person is diabetic or not, this person is diabetic or not. So this type of the data we are going to say labeled data. Okay, we have labels here. Basically these are the labels. Okay, these are the labels. We have samples. Samples means our data we have. Okay, so if we have this type of the data, so we can perform a supervised learning. We can perform a supervised learning. So the training data in the supervised learning will contain two different things: the actual data and the labels, that which type, which class it is being, like what will be the labels of data. Here only not it will follow in the classification, so but it may have different types of the other labels, not exactly this categorical type label. Okay, so these things are the categories. Okay, so in the machine learning we have different types of the data. Okay, different types of the labels may be here, you say like this. Here we have cars and bikes. Okay, so either it is a car, either it is a bike. Okay, here it is a diabetic or not diabetic. Okay, so these are the labels, these are the categories basically. Okay, so our label may be category related. Okay, like a category, maybe our label may be 0 1 2 3 4, something like that. Okay, that this particular data belongs to category this 0, this particular data belongs to 1 category, this data belongs to category 2, this data belongs to category 3. So this type of the data, you may have something like that. You may heard about that if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 something, a whole number type. So you have discrete values. Okay, discrete type your features. Okay, so we are not going into these things, and let's understand these things also. If you have data points, labels, your labels in this way, something like in continuous type of the data. Okay, so you may also have continuous data. You may have like this type of the categories in the labels. Okay, so in the label you may have categories like this. You may have discrete values. Okay, we'll see different examples. And you may have continuous data. Okay, so on the basis of these things, you will be able to perform different types of the task. Okay, so let me write somewhere. Okay, if you have label, okay, if you have labels, category type, a label is your categorical data. Okay, or the discrete data, or the continuous data. Okay, if you have these two, either categorical or the discrete type of your label, then you can perform classification. You can perform. So you have to focus on the label here. Then which type of the label you have. Here we have classes, either car or the bike, or maybe different classes, maybe a bus, maybe different things. Okay, so if you have this type of the label, so you are going to perform the classification. If you have continuous data, here in the label, if you have continuous, you know, already know this, what different type of continuous data points you have. The data that generally to understand, but not, it's not exact definition of the continuous data. That continuous data you may have in decimal points. Okay, and if you go with the continuous data definition, what is continuous data? So you will find infinite numbers in between two data points. Okay, so that will be continuous. Okay, if you have decimal, the real numbers, okay, so you are going to perform, you will be performing. Okay, so for the attendance, okay, for the attendance, let me make sure that I will not be sharing the attendance. Okay, so host will share the attendance. Okay, I think half an hour or 20, 15, 20 or 15 minutes before when the session is going to end. Okay. So basically, we are going to find out, we have here training data set, all the training data set, and here we have this thing. This thing is basically just to understand that this is nothing but algorithm, but we are representing it as a function, okay? As a whole function, that function will take something and it will return something, okay? Like in machine, like in our uh, in the end we will build any project like a chatbot or something. Yes. At the end, by the end of these 7 days, okay, at the beginning I have given complete roadmap of 7 days that what we are going to do. Okay, so today we are going just to understand what is machine learning, what different types of the machine learnings are, and at the end, by the end of this session, not for today but by the end of the 7th day, you will be able to create a complete project, okay, with your front end and back end. Okay, you will create a model, you will be able to create your you'll be able to create your model, and you will be able to create and save your model in your local machine. Okay, and to execute that model and to predict the model, and with your HTML, or if I'm going to use Flask, so you will get the front end, and we are going to deploy that model. So exactly you will see that you will put some data, okay, you will input some data, and we are going to run our model, and then that model will return something. Okay, so let's say that we are going for the regression task, so you will pass some input data, and machine learning model will learn those data, and it will predict something, and you will be able to display on your screen. So we will do complete project. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to give the complete project, okay, with deployment, everything. Okay, what kind of level data in the supervised learning is it numerical? What kind of level data in the supervised learning is it numerical? Okay, so see, numeric value. Let's say you have, let me show you one example. Okay, here you have advertisement, advertisement cost, and here you have sale value, sales value. Okay, so let's say 35,000 you are investing, 35,000 rupees on the advertisement cost in a particular month or in a particular week. Okay, so how much sale you got? Okay, so let's say that you got 30.43. Okay, and all the things are in thousand or something in okay, let's say in thousand. Okay, so this data is your continuous data. Okay, this type of the label, so this will be your label, and this is your basically we will understand in detail this thing, your the input features. These will be features, input features. This type of, not only the advertisement cost, there may be different other features. Okay, not only a single feature you will have, you may have different other features. Okay, so this also advertisement cost may also have continuous data, and this sale may have also continuous data. Your weight is there. Okay, your weight or the weight of the students, this type of data may also contain continuous data. Okay, weight is, let's say, 30.5 kg. Okay, my weight is, let's say, 70.3 kg. Okay, and other, let's say, 60.55 kg. Okay, what is the temperature today? Okay, so you can find, okay, temperature is 30.5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so there are different examples of the labels that may contain continuous data. Okay, is this gonna be AI based? Okay, okay, so for the AI, this is this is machine learning. Okay, and earlier I said that if you understood what is AI and what is machine learning. Okay, so AI is a broader term. AI is basically a broader term, and machine learning will fall under AI. Okay, and machine learning will be a technique. Machine learning is a technique to achieve artificial intelligence. Okay, there are different other way. There are different other way to achieve artificial intelligence. Okay, and machine learning is one type of the technique that you can use to achieve artificial intelligence. Okay, so in this way, yes, it is AI based. But if you are if you are thinking that this will be going something like we are going to use generative AI or we are going to use large language models, so no, this is not related to generative AI. This is related to machine learning. Okay, so in machine learning, we are going to perform different types of the classification, different types of the regression, different types of the clustering algorithm, and we will create the project on this. Okay, so this will not be something like whatever you are you are like seeing that this is generative AI or chat GPT and other Gen AI projects are there. No, this will be your machine learning project. Okay, and of course, all the machine learning projects or all the machine learning techniques will fall under the AI, and this is the way to achieve. This is one way to achieve your data, your artificial intelligence. Okay. So let's move ahead and so see here, what is that? This is algorithm. This is your just to understand. Okay, that what we are going to do. We are going to pass data. We are going to pass the new sample, and that function or that model, basically you talk about this F as a model. That model will be able to classify this new type of the data. Okay, here you have seen data. Only a machine has learned these two types of the car and these two types of the bike. But if you see here, this model is able to classify this car. Okay, so you are going to train on the different data, and you are going to classify, or we're going to predict, we are going to use that model for the new data. Okay, so if you have discrete, here you see discrete or categorical type labels, so you are going to perform the classification. Okay, so but see here, whatever the machine has learned, that those type of the classification or those type of the prediction it can perform. Okay, not also this machine has learned only car and bike. Okay, so it is not going to classify this as a bus, because this machine is not trained on the bus data. Okay, machine has never seen that this is bus. Okay, so like a human, if I have never seen that the plane, which type of the plane is, so I'm not going to classify, I'm not going to recognize that this is a plane. Okay, but something similar to that I can recognize. Okay, so this is this is going to recognize whether either it is a car or bike. So this bus is something more similar to the car, so it is going to recognize as a car. Okay. So different types of classifier you can find. Okay, here elephant is there and here tiger is there, so your data is there. Okay, so here the main aim is to show that these different types of the elephants the machine has gone through, these different types of the tigers machine has gone through, but this you are going to classify this image. Okay, so still your classifier or your model is able to classify. Okay, so for the unseen data but related data, machine can classify. Okay, for the regression task, okay. So as we earlier gone through that, if your label data, your label is what? If your label is discrete, sorry, for the continuous data, continuous values, you can perform regression. Okay, so here an example is there that you have data set of the house and house and price. Okay, so you have given all the house and prices, house properties. Okay, different types of the features, what is the carpet area in square feet, what is the area, and what is the locality, and different types of the features of the house you have given, and that will be your data. Okay, data set here. Now your machine learned some pattern, your machine learned some relationship between the price and the other features of the house. Okay, now it is going to predict the price of the new house. Okay, make sure that new house, this new house where it is going to predict, it is not in our data set. Still it will be able to predict some value. Okay, because it has learned some rules, it has learned some relation. Okay, that if the area is increasing, so price is increasing, if locality is good, so price is high. Okay, these different types of the rules or different types of the relation machine has learned. Okay, so it can predict. Okay, so it will see the new house, what is the area. If area is high, so it's going to predict high price. Okay, if locality is good, locality is going to predict high. So on the basis of it will learn something, and there are different parameters that it will learn. Okay, so in regression we will talk a lot of things. In classification we are going to debate whole day to learn regression, so you will understand in detail. Okay, so classification and regression, when we are talking about supervised learning is basically what, when you have your data set with the labels. Okay, this is cat image, this is the image of the dog, this is image of the boat, this is image of the house, this is image of the, so we have labels. Okay, names, the actually what it is. Okay, so that if those type of the data labels we have, so we are going to perform either classification and regression, and on the basis of the which type of the data your label has. Okay, that is unsupervised. Okay, so we don't have labels here. See, only we are going to give these objects, but we are not going to say what these objects are. So the machine is going to learn, a human is going to learn, and human can classify that these two objects are more similar and these two objects are the more similar. So we can perform some clustering, we can perform some grouping. Okay, that these two objects will come in one group, and these two bikes, that basically we don't know what is the name, we haven't given the name in the data set that what the label of these two objects are. Okay, so but on the basis of the features, what different features, two wheels are there and other different features will be there, so it can group these two, the below the last the bottom two objects in one group and the top two objects in the other group. Okay, so this, the other thing is very important, that clustering we can perform. So we can perform in the supervised learning when we have our data, our label, data with the labels, we can perform classification and regression. And here we can perform the clustering, okay? Because we don't have the labels, so we can just find the clusters. We can just find the clusters of the similar object. Okay, similar on the basis of similarity. Okay, so similar objects are the similar data points. We are going to make clusters, so it can perform clustering. So clustering is very important when we are talking about this unsupervised learning, and it has a lot of applications in our daily life. And when the other is when we are going to deal with the unsupervised learning, so we have devoted for the unsupervised learning for whole one day session. So we'll look different types of the clustering techniques and different types of the applications, that were different applications are there. And other the other is, so okay, we have time. So other is like we can do association rules mine. Okay, so something you have given these things, you have different data, these data points you have. So association rule means what? If any person is purchasing bike, so most likely what object is there that he or she is going to purchase that. Okay, so if any person is purchasing a bike, so most likely he or she is going to purchase a helmet. If any person is purchasing this one car, so most likely he or she is going to purchase a air freshener. Okay, so these things that how the e-commerce websites are suggesting you that these are the objects, these are the products, these are the items. If any person is purchasing, so what other items, the suggested items that most viewed or most purchased items on the basis of association rule mines are there. Okay, so there are different applications of the machine learning. Unsupervised machine learning is there, and we will deal. Okay, so you can perform clustering, you can perform the clusters, you can create the clusters of the what customers. Okay, so customer classification, customer segmentation, you will find. Okay, image segmentation you will find in unsupervised learning. Okay, you can find the clusters. Here also we have given example. If someone is purchasing systems, so what different items that most viewed, okay, camera and all these things. So association rule minds you can apply. Okay, so let's move to this one. Okay, so what will be the reinforcement learning? We have gone through supervised, unsupervised. So just try to understand that how, let me show you this one. Okay, that if how when we were the infant, when we were the children, okay, child, so how we were going to learn different things. Okay, so these two things, these two objects are there. If this child is going to touch this glass, okay, so that's that is not the good. Okay, so on the basis of it, he or she is going to touch this one, he will be given some punishment. Okay, and if he is going to touch this one, he will be given reward. Okay, so on the basis of the reward and feedback, this reinforcement learning is based on. Okay, so agent is what? Agent is anything in the machine, maybe a software system, maybe a program, maybe an algorithm. Okay, so let's say that it is a software. Okay, so that software, that machine is going to perform some task. It will interact with the environment may be anything. Okay, maybe we human, we are environment, we are different types of the IoT devices that can perceive, the agent can perceive the environment using the different IoT data. Okay, IoT devices. Okay, so it will perform an action, and on the basis of action, the environment, whoever the agent is interacting. Okay, so it will either reward or punish. Okay, it will give some rewards and feedbacks. Okay, so reward may be positive or reward may be negative. So on the basis of the reward and feedback, this agent will perform next time the action. Okay, so if action is good, the reward will be positive and it will improve its action. Okay, this way this agent or this software system or this machine or this algorithm is going to learn on the basis of hit and trial basis. Okay, so it will do something, and if it is okay, if it is good, then it will get some good feedback and it will get the reward. If it is not good, it will get some negative rewards, punishment, and it will along with the feedback and that how you can perform. Okay, so on the basis of hit and trial, it will perform different tasks and it will try to improve. Okay, so this way, this is another way that machine can learn, that like we human are learning that with the hit and trial. Okay, like we do trial and error, we do some trial, but if trial is okay, then that's good. If not, then we are going to perform another task. Okay, so we do some trial, if there is error, we are going to rectify. So like the machine also, like software also can learn. Okay, software will do something, it will interact with environment. If it is good, then that's good. If not good, then it will get some negative feedback and it will try to minimize the error. Okay, so what is machine learning and what different types of the machine learning paradigms we have learned. Okay, so we don't have much time to go from the for this. Sir, could you please inform ma'am that in attendance yesterday date is not displayed? Okay. Okay, so for yesterday attendance, okay, could you please inform ma'am that in the attendance link yesterday days is not displayed? I think that the link is for like the current day. Okay, for yesterday's link, I think the link will be different. Link was different, as I know. Okay, for each day you will get different links. Okay, no sir, today's attendance. Okay. No sir, in today's attendance, yesterday's date is displayed. Okay, so okay, no issue. Just you do the attendance, whatever the attendance and feedbacks and different things are there. Okay, they will correct, and when I will interact with Sushmita ma'am, I will inform. Okay, no issue. Maybe she is learning. Okay, hearing, and so okay. So yes, if you have any doubt, you can put into the chat. Okay, in chat, I can read this one. So if ma'am, Sushmita ma'am, if you are listening me, so can you confirm that what is the end time for the today? Should we have to conclude by 9 or we can go up to 8, 9:30 because I joined late. So can I go up to the 9:30 or just we are going to conclude?
No, sir, we can end at 9 o'clock. We can
9
conclude
o'clock.
at 9
Okay,
p.m.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So let's move to the practical part and just do something. Just we have just some 5-6 minutes. Okay. So what we will do, I will show you that what different types of the libraries and uh, different softwares you need for this thing. Okay. So what we will do. Here I have mentioned that you need Python, Jupyter Notebook. So for this whole system for the machine learning, we need at least one IDE, Python IDE, that is Jupyter Notebook. We will follow with Jupyter Notebook. If you don't have, you can use Google Colab. Okay, no issue. And in Google Colab, there is no need to install all these things. Okay, but I will show you I will just quick and show you how to install Python. And most of you people, I think you have already installed all these things, Python and other things. But let me quickly show you and give the demonstration of how you are going to start. Okay. So just you can go with Python, download, or just you can write Python. Okay, so python.org, this is the official library, and from here you can download the latest version is 3.13.7. Okay, so directly you can go and download, and it will, what it will do, it will download the your installer. Okay, it will download the installer, and same way other, okay, as other softwares you are installing, directly you can go and install. Okay, so you can go directly update. Now I have already 3.13.0, so it says about the update one. You can go for the customized installation, and you can just click all these things. Okay, because we know pip is very important. We know pip, we need pip, and we need this ideal is, okay, basic ideal is tick enter and different. If you want to create some user yeah, the front end type things, okay, Python. And so then lots of different things you can click on these things. You can go for the next, and you can change if you need. Okay, all these things, and make sure that this one is this add to the environment. This is very important. This is clicked, and other things, okay, these things you can make default, no issue. You just go and install. Okay, so when you completed this one, you are going to, yes, if you have Google Colab, okay, we are going to use Jupyter Notebook. Same way, Jupyter Notebook is similar, exactly same. Okay, and same cell you will have, so you need not install anything. Okay, even Python, you don't need to install Python. Everything you will get on the Colab. Okay, not anything, even not Python, no library, nothing. Don't need to install anything. Okay, so in Google Colab you will get everything. Okay, I have 13.5. No issue, no issue. Any version of Python you have, there is no issue. You may have 3.13 point something. You may have 13 point 3.13.0. No issue, no issue. Any version you have, all the things will go. Okay. But what you have, you should have Python 3. Okay, 3 point something you have, that is fine. Earlier there were the Python 2. Okay, so Python 2 will not work. Okay, if your machine is very old. Any Python 3.9 and above you have, so everything will work. Okay, so better to have Python 3.9 and above, any version. So currently it was 3.13.7. So if you have 3.13.5, 3.13.0, 3.13.1, anything 3.10, 3.12, 3 point whatever, okay, 9, if you have, no issue, everything will work. Okay, so you have installed Python. So just move, you can open any command prompt, either just open command prompt, any terminal. You can open your this one, where it is. If you can search for the terminal, if you are using terminal, so this will give you PowerShell. Okay, so you can use command prompt, terminal. Okay, if you are using Git, you can use Git bash also, no issue. Okay, so anything you can use, any, sir, sir, show it once more. Which one? Bushra, what you want to show me? Which one? Python, how to download Python, how to install Python, or what? If you're listening me, please let me know that what you said, that sir, show it once again. Which one? Either Python installation or this terminal or command prompt, what? Okay. How to download? Okay, how to download? First thing, Python, like other software, Python is also a software. Okay. So first you need to install Python. What you will do, you just go and search for Python download. Okay. So this website you will get. Okay. Python, download Python, python.org. Okay. You will see here. This is the official website, python.org. Okay. So you can go directly to this, and you will get a lot of things here. Okay, documentation, download, community, and other things. Okay, so what you will get, you will have your Python, download Python, and this will be giving you the latest version. Okay, so latest version, what you will do, just click on this. Okay, when you click, it will download the installer. Okay, make sure this is the installer. Okay, the installer to install Python. So I have already installed here, downloaded here. You can install, download again, no issue. So when you download it, okay, just double click. Okay, either right click and install. So you will get this type. If you already have, okay, so you will get here like update now. Okay, I have 3.13.0, so it shows that you upgrade it. Okay, but if you don't have like earlier installed already, so you will get like go this way, like default way here, and this is customization. So you'll get two things, by default way and customization. So in customization you will get different thing to customize, like you can click here, there. Okay, but if you go default way, so better to go default way, it will do the things. Okay, that's good. I hope this is clear. Okay, and to install different, if you are installing, so just you can use pip install. Okay, let's say Jupyter. Okay, so just you are going to write pip install Jupyter. Okay, so you'll run, Jupyter will be installed. If you want to install NumPy, okay, so it will install NumPy. Pip install NumPy, it will install NumPy. Pandas, it will start Pandas. Okay, no need to go into detail. Okay, just one thing, let me show you. For any PyPI, anything you want to install in Python, you can go and you can search Pandas. Okay, if you want to install Pandas, let's say on your system, so it will give you this. Okay, so what Pandas, there are different types of Pandas. Okay, so Pandas 2.3.2, you will have Pandas, pip install Pandas. Most of the time you will get pip install Pandas, pip install NumPy, pip install sklearn, pip install different libraries name. Okay, so pip install library name, but make sure just to check that whether it is or not. Okay, so let's say like you are going to install OpenCV. Okay, so you will get different types of the OpenCV. To make sure that should be for Python, so you cannot directly put like pip install OpenCV. Okay, so install OpenCV, you have to write like this. So just once you confirm that you are going to use this command. Okay, so when you are going to put this command, you can directly go and put here pip install your library. Okay, so it will install the library. And yes, so you will have Jupyter, pip install Jupyter, you install Jupyter. Either if you're not going to install these any libraries, so we can use Google Colab. So let me show you Google Colab, how Google Colab will look like. So you can go for the okay, just you can search Google Colab. Okay, and you will go here for the collab.research.google.com. Okay, this is very important, and you can go for the new, or if you already have, so you can go for that. Okay, so here you can, okay, just let me know, here you will get cells. Okay, and you can run any Python program here. Okay, like hello world. Okay, and you can shift enter or here this button, you will click, it will print the first, it will connect and other things, because this is software as a system, so yeah, platform. So you have to, it will print all the things. Okay, so let's move to this Google Colab. You can use Google Colab. Okay, so there, if you are going for the Google Colab, there is no need to install anything. Okay. So for now, this is the end of the session. So let's do tomorrow the actual thing that we are going to work on dataset. We will download. We will first. I will show that how our dataset will look like and how to import our dataset in our Jupyter notebook or the this Google Colab, and how we are going to perform different type of the task. Okay. So for now, let's conclude the session. So Shusmita ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll meet again by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for your informative session.
Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
Yeah, so dear students, kindly mark your attendance, which already shared in the chat. So yeah, we are winding up for the day. We'll meet again by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Good night.
Good night, ma'am.